God help us all. Welcome in on a Friday. What a ball game last night. And I want to just jump right in, hatch it on the board. We got Johnny Sy with us screening, and Roberto sadly is here, as I thought he'd be getting more production work done. But that's okay. First of all, I want to say this, and then we'll go right into the game. I cannot imagine Mike Sullivan last night on an airplane and the TV only worked for 10 minutes of his flight. Oh, God. Now, all game, I'm texting with him and Bogey, right? Because, like, they're two of the only people in the place that like basketball. And David doesn't respond to his phone past 8 p.m., so forget about it. The point is, Sully all of a sudden pops on and goes, I've been staying away from my phone. The TV only worked for 10 minutes. I haven't seen any of this. And meanwhile, it's all been, oh, this is unbelievable. What a play. You know, like, honestly, I was using word, like, LeBron was magnificent last night. And can you imagine Sully on that airplane? Oh, my God. He had to be the worst passenger on that thing. Is there anything I can get you? Go away from me.
I wondered that. I mean,
sir, would you like a snack? I'd like a working effing television. Like he was like, he had to be spitting pea soup.
I did wonder that when I was thinking. I'm like, well, he's leaving. There's game one tonight.
Yeah,
well, he'll be fine.
Well, he had the plan. He goes, I'm on an airplane with TV. The game's on ABC. I'll watch it on the plane with my lovely. I'll be all set. 10 minutes in, service not available. Then the game goes to overtime, and this kid's walking through the airport. Can you imagine? But here's the thing. Now, I mean, last night, hey, for all the mud we've slung at the NBA here the last couple of weeks, last night was unbelievable. I would compare last night's basketball game to Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. It was fabulous. It was one of the rare occasions that sports really delivers for us. And look, I said it yesterday. I thought there was a great shot they could steal Game 1. No Iguodala. Kind of that one less body to run at LeBron. I didn't like the matchups. You know, you're not going to put Clay on him. You're not going to get Day exposed and in fouls. You know, Kayvon Looney's not going to take the challenge. And ultimately, look, I just think Game 1 is your best opportunity. And look, the Cavs had every right to win that game. I was absolutely mortified at J.R. Smith. Now, there's two things I want to cover here. One, I can't talk about the game if we don't talk about J.R. Smith. Stephen A. Smith probably said it best. That is one of the, or if not the most idiotic thing I've ever seen. The only thing I could compare that to would be like Ricky Davis about 20 years ago missing a shot on purpose so he could get the rebound so he could get a triple-double. Like, just stupid stuff. I've never in my life. And when it happened last night, it was the only conclusion you could come to is home team didn't know the score. It's just proof positive of why guys like him and Nick Young, I can't have them on my team. They're space cadets. They've always been space cadets. And when you look at it, it's I just think it's another feather in the cap of LeBron. When you look at how wonderful he was last night, and when you look at what a ragtag operation this is, truly remarkable. LeBron had that team up 104-102 when he took a charge on Kevin Durant. And then the refs screwed him. What Kenny Mauer and that crew did to LeBron James, that's the equivalent of defecating on his sneakers. I've never seen a better player be more disrespected in a bigger spot in my life. First of all, what they did with that call, right? This is separate from JR. What they did with that call, they made NBA history. You're not even allowed to review it and make a change on the call. You're allowed to review whether he was inside the circle or not. He wasn't. How on earth do you watch the game's all-time great? You know how I feel. I don't think you can any longer objectively say Jordan's better than LeBron. That guy goes in and sacrifices his body, makes an unbelievable read on the play. You call it a charge. You then review the play to see whether his feet were in the restricted area. They're not, and you change it to a block? You combine that with not one but two clean strips by LeBron in the fourth quarter, both of which are called fouls, neither of which were. I got to tell you something. I've never seen a superstar disrespected that way, ever. Everybody wants to say superstars get calls, and boy, do they. You ask me, these refs were intent on giving Golden State every opportunity to win that game. I don't care. You make fun of me. You could say that's not possible. You could say, what would their motivation be? Guys, I can't provide you with proof. I'm giving you 3 calls that were as egregious as I've ever seen, and they all involved a superstar. And more than a superstar. Let me not even sell LeBron short. The game's greatest player. If not just now, maybe ever. LeBron had 51, 8, and 8, only needed 32 shots to get 51 points. And instead of having the basketball up 104-102 with 36.7 to go, now you're putting Durant at the line to tie it. Horrific job by that crew. And in my world, if I'm the commissioner of the league, I'd tell all 3 of those guys, go home. Go home. You're not reffing a game in the finals again. You're an embarrassment. But that's not the world we live in. The point is, rough treatment for LeBron. But you survive all of this, right? You survive these terrible calls. You survive on the road the waves of offense that Golden State throws at you. And you get George Hill at the line. 1 to tie, 1 to take the lead. Hill makes the first. You get a blessing to get the basketball. And the one person in Oracle Arena, literally, you'll never convince me another human being believed this. One person at Oracle believed the game, the Cavs were up by 1. And it happened to be the guy who gets the rebound off the George Hill miss in J.R. Smith. Not a fan, not a child, not a drunk Silicon Valley executive, not a player, not a coach, not a trainer, not an usher, not a cheerleader, not a single human in that building thought that Cleveland was up. Watching it I was beside myself. My wife was working on stuff for her job, and she had put down what she was doing with her laptop to watch the closing moments of the game. And as soon as it happened, I'm like, put it up. Put it up. And then basically the dogs were astir, and my wife nailed it. She goes, what the F is he doing? That's why I love this woman. The point is, I was aghast. I'm like, he didn't know the score. He didn't know the score. Then you see LeBron, and you see his reaction. Now, luckily for you, this is where this radio show shines.
And it has happened.
We have exclusive audio of what LeBron said to J.R. Smith in that moment.
Why did you do that? Why? Why did you do that, Karen? Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Karen! So, listen, LeBron's greatness was on full display. All last night did was really, it proves the point. This whole argument, we got to stop with the whole finals record. It's so clear he's up against one of the great teams of all time. He has no help. He has absolutely no help. I mean, I could put Jordan in his prime in that game last night. They probably lose by 20. LeBron was absolutely unbelievable. That was a travesty what took place. The officiating is an embarrassment. And honestly, and I'll finish my thoughts on this momentarily, this is why Golden State is so loathsome. Have you ever seen a bunch of guys luckier to get out of a game with a W who really haven't played great, who like their own scent more? From Day-Day doing his dance, Steph Curry woofing, I'm going, are you guys kidding me? Do you understand you're playing a team that has one NBA player on it? And you needed a miracle. You needed J.R. Smith to have his I'm shirtless in the club moment in game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Sorry.
I absolutely hate the Golden State Warriors. I can't believe I've arrived here. I was rooting for LeBron. And then all the while, thinking to Mike Sullivan on an airplane, and the TV isn't working. Oh, his poor girlfriend. Oh, that poor woman.
That is absolutely awful.
Can you
for that
imagine
to
sitting
happen.
next to Sully while this is taking place?
He's probably antsy, doesn't know what to do. He wants to get off the plane quickly.
I mean, people around him, like, can somebody get this guy off the plane? This is outrageous. I demand television service. Sir, I'm sorry, we can't fix the televisions. It's a mechanical issue. This, I want a refund. Like, I can just see Sully being the absolute height of indignation. We got a lot to talk about. Let me throw the number out. 248-539-9797. Get your ticket text in 97136. But more thoughts on this, because it was just an unbelievable game, but an unbelievable screw job on maybe the greatest player in history. Unbelievable. 97.1.